Hello and welcome back again to episode 2 of The Last Express, the classic adventure game we're currently playing. And as you may remember, in the last episode we just woke up from a nightmare. And before I continue, there is a small game mechanic that I believe I haven't really explained that well in the last episode, so let me do this now. We have this little time egg at the bottom of the screen. And basically, whenever you get a game over, for example, because you died or because something else happened that prevents you from finishing the game, like getting arrested, the game will automatically bring you back a little bit so that you can undo your mistake. The game will automatically rewind time to a point where you can still fix your mistakes and just make it better the next time. You can actually, as you can see, rewind time by yourself as well if you wanted to, but you usually have no reason to do so. So let's go back to the point in time where we left off. There are actually no real save games in this game. Instead, there's just a continuous progression of time, and you can go back to almost any point in time during the game that you have already played. You cannot go back into the future once you have started in an alternative timeline, so to speak. So if you go back and start the game again, then you can't fast forward again to the future. But if you think you have missed something, you can always go back and replay a certain scene. And the game will do this for you automatically if you fail the game, and there are a lot of ways for you to fail this game. Not all of them are bad, actually. Some of them actually involve you, walking away alive and healthy, but without solving the mystery of Tyler Whitney's murder. So it's still considered a game over for the sake of the game. Anyway, let's go back into the game. So yeah, we've woken up. And I think we would like to look around a little bit and see if there are any other people alive. I mean, it is in the middle of the night, but why not have a look around to see if anyone else is awake? So let's go. Well, the conductor is apparently asleep. Maybe let's have a look at the restaurant car. This guy is asleep as well. We hear lots of stuff going on, and somebody is playing the violin. Apparently it's coming from Miss Wolf's apartment. Maybe we can knock.
I saw your light. I thought you might be having trouble sleeping.
I had a bad nightmare. It woke me up.
Can I come in?
Why not?
And yep, there's the dog.
Make yourself comfortable. I'm sorry the place is a mess.
Do you always carry a gun on your concert tours?
A woman traveling alone has to be careful.
I would have thought Max was enough protection.
You are not Tyler Whitney. Who are you?
My name is Robert Cath.
What do you want?
Tyler Whitney was a friend of mine.
What's that supposed to mean? Maxel, bleib hier. Sitz.
So, something is happening over here. Maybe let's follow her.
Let me through, I'm a doctor.
Слышите, как они поют? Таня, посмотри на его руки. Они покрыты шерстью, черной шерстью. Неужели ты не видишь?
Vasily!
What are you doing? What kind of a doctor are you?
Тебя-то я знаю. Ты за мною пришел, убийца. Таня, подай мне нож. Я вырежу его сердце и скормлю волкам.
Dedushka! Oh, don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Vasily Alexandrovich! Set it down over there.
Mais pour l'amour du ciel, que signifient ces cris? C'est un
Brew this in a tea and give him a cup every 4 hours. Can you do that?
Yes. What on earth is the matter?
Let's clear out. Let him sleep.
Vous avez entendu le docteur. Tout le monde dehors. Il faut le laisser se reposer.
Miss Tatiana, could I speak with you?
Oh, ça c'est rien.
I don't want to frighten you, but I think someone wanted to make me feel better about something. Do you think that's very silly? Just until we reach Vienna? No, of course not. I would be glad to. You mustn't tell anybody. It will be our secret.
Pardon
So
me?
apparently, Mrs. Wolf has just been speaking to Tatiana, the girl. Sadly, the train noises kinda drained out some of that discussion. There is no way in the game to adjust the levels, sadly.
Good night, Miss Wolf.
Good night, Mr. Whitney.
So, but basically, she is apparently asking Tatiana to keep something for her, and she's bringing it to her now. And at some point, we will find out what she has given Tatiana. Now she's coming back after delivering the item. And yeah, very, very mysterious. Let's see if we can talk to her again. But no, apparently she wants to sleep now. So I'll have a look around the train to see if there's anything else going on. But I think I probably just need to
Excusez-moi,
go to
monsieur.
back again. Yeah, the restaurant car is actually locked. So it is in the middle of the night. So let's just go back and sleep.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Alright, this is our compartment. And let's hope that we don't get any more nightmares. So, Chapter 3. It's morning on the Orient Express and the passengers are up and about. Take advantage and learn as much as you can before the train arrives in Munich. Right, let's continue. So there we are. It's the next day. You can look out the window. Nothing going on at the moment, so let's just close it again. And yeah, let's have a look to see what the other passengers are doing. Oh, and yeah, we just saw one of Mr. Makta's wives peeking out of her compartment. You never actually see the wives, and if they leave their compartment for like a few seconds, they're always fully veiled, so you don't really have any idea how many of them there are, but I assume it's
Bonjour,
all.
monsieur. Bonjour,
Milos?
monsieur.
Milos?
Alright. Oh,
Pardon
this
me.
is the guy we spoke to
Pardon
yesterday
me?
and the guy that we fought. So maybe we can talk to him.
Come in.
Alright.
Milos, we need to talk.
Pazi, možda je naoružan.
August Schmidt thinks I'm Tyler. I went along with it to keep the game going. Now I want to know what the game is.
Nemoj ništa da mu govoriš.
On je bre ženo Tylerov prijatelj.
Tebi je svako prijatelj.
Come, sit down. Have you heard of unity or death?
Sure. That's Harvard's motto. Or is it the post office?
Unity or death is a sacred vow. Crna ruka, we have all taken it. Tyler too.
He always liked that sort of thing.
He gave his life for this. Tyler came to us in the winter. We were hiding in the mountains of Bjelašnica, north of Sarajevo.
Šta se njega tiče gde je Bjelašnica?
A hoćeš ti me žeska glava da pustiš da govorim? When Tyler came, we had no food, no guns, nothing. Tyler brought us guns.
What did Tyler want from August Schmidt?
Tyler was given a mission by the general himself. It was a great treasure that belonged to the Serbian people.
What was it?
It was called the Firebird. I never saw it. Tyler was to sell it for gold to buy the guns from the German. If the German finds out that we have lost the gold, everything is lost. You must tell him that we have the gold and that we want to buy the guns.
Why should I help you cheat August Schmidt?
Cheat him? How can you speak of cheating a German? The Germans are taking our land, the food from our children. We are like slaves in our own land. Tyler understood this. If you betray us, you betray the cause he died for.
It's your cause, not mine.
Da ga ubijemo odmah.
Zabranjujem ti, on je bio Tylerov prijatelj.
Ti ćeš ga pustiti da izađe odavde? Ti si veća budala nego što sam mislila.
Oh, by the way, Herr Schmidt mentioned that he was having some merchandise put on the train at Munich. So long. Madame.
Alright, so this
Pardon me.
actually answered some of our questions. Now we know that apparently Tyler Whitney was involved with this group, the Black Hand,
Bonjour, monsieur.
and he was trying to acquire weapons from Mr. Schmidt for them in exchange for some gold, and the gold was supposed to come from selling an artifact to Mr. Kronos. Now we have neither the artifact nor the gold, which is a problem because if we don't get those weapons, the servants will be very, very angry at us. So we need to find a way to get either the gold or the artifact. Let's have a look at the restaurant car.
Bon, on rentre?
Pourquoi?
Good morning.
Allez, viens.
How is your grandfather?
He's sleeping.
Good. Don't forget the tea.
I won't. I want to thank you for what you did. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't been there.
Has he been ill for long?
I don't know. I've been living in France. Grandfather came to bring me home to Russia. I knew he wasn't well, but if there is anything we can do to repay you, please tell me.
Do you think you could read this?
The Firebird! Oh, it's beautiful! Look at his burning tail! Where did it come from?
It belonged to a friend of mine. What does it say?
It's a poem for children. It's a story about Prince Ivan and the Firebird. If you like, I could write out a translation and give it to you this afternoon.
Thank you, Tatiana.
Excuse me.
Alright, so we just gave Tatiana
К
the
вашему
manuscript that we
сведению,
found.
после нанесенного вами оскорбления с дедушкой случился приступ. По-моему, вы горды тем, что причинили мучения старику.
If Vasily Alexandrovich suffers, it's because of his own guilty conscience. I only spoke the truth.
How dare you!
Мадемуазель Татьяна, вы олицетворяете надменность, присущую вашему классу.
Вы сами выходец из того же класса.
Я? Вряд ли. Во всяком случае, это несущественно. Я посвятил свою жизнь строительству бесклассового общества.
Значит, дедушка был прав?
Alright, I think
Вы
we're
в самом
going to
деле либерал?
leave
Я
these
думал,
two
что
guys
4
talking
года
to each
пребывания
other.
в Париже вы хоть
J'ai vu un scarabée noir.
Vraiment?
Oui, et je l'ai attrapé. Mais il est parti.
So we just learned something new here. Apparently the little boy is interested in beetles and he saw one somewhere, and now this is one of the things that, you know, really takes some searching around, because if you don't know where to look for this can take a long time until you actually find the beetle.
Pardon.
Or that you
Pardon me.
actually, you know, have the idea that you are supposed to find the beetle just because, you know, the little boy has been searching for one. So let's sit down on, I think it's this table. No, it must be over here. Yes, this one. And there we have the black beetle. And as you can see, I can't really catch him with my bare hand. So what do you do in order to catch a beetle? You can, for example, use a matchbox. Let's take the matches, and now we can use the beetle and the matchbox to catch the beetle. May take a few times, because he's pretty quick. Oh, I accidentally got up again. And there we go, we caught the beetle. So now that we have the beetle, let's see if we can find the boy again. Okay, Okay, he's here, but sadly I cannot interact with him at the moment. I think we have to wait for him to actually leave his
Excusez-moi,
compartment.
monsieur.
So maybe if we just, you know, wait here,
Would you open my compartment,
we
please?
can
But of course, mademoiselle.
see him leave. So, here he is, the boy.
Excusez-moi. Hé, reviens. Je ne te ferai pas de mal.
Let's see if we can give him the box with the beetle.
Hé, petit, viens voir.
Tu me le donnes?
Non. Je l'ai trouvé. Il est à moi.
But I think the boy understood what I was trying to say with that. So
Excusez-moi.
he comes back.
On échange.
D'accord. Si tu veux.
Il dort maintenant. Il ne marche plus.
And we received the mysterious whistle. So it has the appearance of some sort of scarab or
Pardon
beetle.
me.
And I mean, we can actually
Pardon
use
me.
it.
Je m'excuse.
It's making a loud noise, but not much else at the moment. So yeah, let's just take this and maybe head back to our compartment. So this is our compartment, and we can indeed confirm that the beetle apparently belongs in this box, but we're still missing this piece. So let's keep the whistle for now. And yeah, we can use it, but nothing is happening.
Herr Whitney, soon we will arrive in München. Are you ready to proceed with our agreement?
The answer is yes, Herr Schmidt. Our deal is on.
Your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the Orient Express is now leaving for Vienna, Budapest, Belgrad, Sofia
Bitte
and
sehr vorsichtig sein mit diesem großen Koffer. Ihr darf um Gottes Willen nicht hinfallen.
Meine Damen und Herren, der Orient Express fährt jetzt in Richtung Wien,
Step up this
Budapest,
way, monsieur.
Belgrad und Konstantinopel ab. Bitte alle einsteigen.
So yeah, we just left Munich, and apparently Robert Cass has decided to keep on playing the game so we can find out what happened to Tyler Whitney. So you're walking in that man's shoes in a dangerous game of intrigue. It could be over very soon if you don't make all the right moves before the train arrives in Vienna. So basically we are now entering the hot phase of this game. We saw August Schmidt getting the merchandise. I think you can guess from the shape of the box that it's some sort of weapons, guns, something like that. And he will want to see the gold. If we don't show him the gold, he will not give us the weapons, and if we do not get the weapons, Milos and his friends will kill us. So we need to find a way to get some gold to pay August Schmidt.
Я вижу, вы все такая
Anyway.
же бесстрашная, как прежде. Девушка, играете в шахматы как мужчина.
Ваш ход.
So these two guys are starting to get to know each other quite well. That is pretty interesting, considering that he's apparently some sort of revolutionary and she is the granddaughter
Замечательно.
of
Трюк, достойный
some
вашего деда.
Ну
aristocrat.
почему вы все время вспоминаете дедушку?
But yeah, we're
Ведь
going
вы
to
же
leave
со
them
мной
alone for
играете,
now.
не с ним.
Он вас хорошо играть научил.
I've had other teachers since then, Alexei Sergeyevich.
And let's have a look around what else is going on the
They
train.
think it has been thrown from a train.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Herr Schmidt?
Ah, Herr Whitney. The merchandise has been loaded onto the train. I have fulfilled my part of the bargain. I want to see the gold.
Our agreement included delivery of the arms in Belgrade. We're not in Belgrade yet.
Herr Whitney, since I boarded this train, I have begun to feel that things are not as they should be. If you cannot reassure me, I intend to get off in Vienna and take my merchandise with me. Guten Tag.
So yeah, I need to find some gold until we reach Vienna.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
But didn't you say you were going to Constantinople?
Yes, but my plans have changed. Business.
Must you really get off in Vienna?
You make me feel very sorry to do so, madame.
I was looking forward to enjoying your company for the whole journey.
So apparently Alexei and Tatiana are not the only ones who are getting quite familiar, which is interesting because she was very cold towards us, but she really seems to enjoy Mr. Schmidt's company. That is kinda unusual, isn't it? Anyway, we just saw another guy coming through here. Maybe we can find him. No, he isn't here now, but we have a new passenger that came aboard.
No, please don't get up.
In
I'll just
Munich.
sit here and read the paper. Don't mind me at all.
Right, it's the British guy over here.
Awful nuisance when you think you've got a compartment to yourself and then they stick a complete
This
stranger
guy.
in with you at the last minute. Happened to me any number of times.
He seems harmless
Georgia.
enough for the time
Good
being,
time.
but
Friends then,
he
are
is
you?
he is here
Are you
for
going
a
all the way to
specific reason, as you can
Constantinople?
imagine.
I am traveling to a small town on the Gulf Coast.
So, since there isn't really anything else
Excusez-moi,
happening,
monsieur.
maybe let's return to our own compartment, which is over here, and have a little bit of a look around, because remember when we gave that scroll to Tatiana? She kept her word and she made us a translation. So, this is a translation of the poem, The Firebird, and I'm not going to read all of this now. We have it in our inventory now. It is, here along with the scroll. Basically, it's a story about a prince and the firebird, and it's about the bird taking the prince to various places around the globe. Now, this is actually going to be useful for a later point in the game, so it is a good idea to make some notes now. Yeah, we're going to arrive in Salzburg soon, but this is not really interesting for us. So let's have a look at the poem and see what places are mentioned in here. So let's start on the first page. It basically says, "In the desert heart of a vast southern land hangs a cage of silver bells." Now, a desert heart of a vast southern land, I think we can imagine that this is supposed to be Australia. So I'm going to write down Australia. This is for later. The next place that we need to go is in a circle of ancient stone, the firebird guards a house with a golden mane. And it is a world away lies a colder kingdom signed with blue. Now, the circle of ancient stone always makes me think of Stonehenge, so I think we're talking about England here. So I'm going to write down England as the second place. The next place is on the rooftop of the world. This again is not that difficult. That's apparently the Himalaya mountains, so I'm going to write it down as well. Himalaya mountains. And let's have a look at the next place. In the warm seas under a cross of stars on a grassy island stand the heads of silent gods looking ever outwards. This is a little bit more difficult, but we know it's somewhere under the Southern Cross, so the Southern Hemisphere, an island with heads standing. So I think if you have some geographical knowledge, you probably recognize the Easter Islands in these descriptions. So I'm going to write down the Easter Island. And finally go to the city, to the temple built by the son of David. Again, this is very easy. It's Jerusalem. So after we figured out all the different places and have written them down, I will just put them away, because this is going to be very important later in the game. Anyway, after we read this, we can leave the place again and have another look around. Alright, maybe let's pay another visit to the man who actually has the gold that we need so badly. And
Bonjour,
let's
monsieur.
go back to the private car. and knock.
Are you still here? Tell His Excellency I'd like to... Tell him I want to talk to him about the Firebird.
The American, Your Excellency. I believe this time you'll want to speak to him.
Yes. Come in. Make yourself comfortable. Why, thank you, Kahina. I think I will.
Good morning, Mr. Captain. I hope you have good news for me today.
That depends. Do you still want the Firebird?
Do you have it?
What happened to Tyler?
The misadventures of Mr. Whitney and his colleagues are of no interest to me. Let us conclude this transaction quickly. We both have many other things to do. I with my collection, and you with your travels and special interests. Your treatment of Vasily Alexandrovich, for example. Datura stramonium. Very interesting.
It's very simple.
Simple to us, perhaps. But few European doctors would have thought of it. Once in Nigeria, but I digress. Do you have the Firebird?
Not technically.
Then I shall waste no more of your time. I shall look forward to our next meeting, Mr. Count.
Alright, so we dropped some hints here, but yeah, we still don't have the Firebird, so we can't actually get the gold from him. But let's look around a little bit here.
He knows nothing. It is as I thought. The Austrian woman has the Firebird.
Forgive me, Your Excellency.
I told you so last night. Why have you not searched her compartment?
The compartment is guarded, Your Excellency, day and night.
Ah, yes. The dog.
I am not afraid, Your Excellency. But if I enter the compartment, that dog will attack me. If Your Excellency wishes, of course.
I understand, Kate. Several hours remain before Vienna. I will arrange a convenient absence for Miss Wolf, and this animal whose presence seems to make you so uneasy. Then, Kahina, you will find the Firebird.
Yes, Your Excellency.
So this was actually a very interesting piece of information. Yeah, we can look around a little bit here, but there isn't really anything of interest for us. But apparently Mr. Kronos believes that Miss Wolf has the Firebird. And I mean, Miss Wolf already is sort of our prime suspect here, because we found a scarf in our compartment which probably belonged to her. We have those wounds on Tyler Whitney's face which may have been caused by her dog, and she may have taken the Firebird as well. And if you remember a while back, she spoke to Tatiana about keeping an item for her, so we have some idea where she actually put the Firebird, and that it's not actually in her compartment. So the efforts of Mr. Kronos and Kahina, you know, trying to break into Miss Wolf's apartment will probably be in vain, because the Firebird is not actually there anymore. So that is just something to keep in mind. We know that the Firebird is probably somewhere in Tatiana's quarter, and we just need to find a good opportunity to get it from there.
Je suppose par Joséphine, Victoire et Francesca. Aussi habillés d'un vin léger?
Pourquoi pas? Tu verras, sur l'île, tout le monde fait très vite connaissance. Victoire est absolument irrésistible. L'été dernier, elle se
Fräulein Wolf, it is a privilege to meet so talented an artist. My name is Kronos.
Your Excellency, you do me a great honor.
Of course, but Francesca has the most charming little house in Marbella. You cannot take everything so seriously, Rebecca.
My car is equipped with a piano. I wonder if you would do me the favor of joining me in a duet. It will help pass the time on this rather long journey.
What a splendid idea!
Shall we say 3 o'clock?
I shall count the minutes until then. Good day.
So, yeah,
Is
apparently...
it very tiresome, your business in Vienna?
Apparently, Mr. Kronos is not wasting any time to arrange for some distraction for, you know, his assistant to search Miss Wolf's apartment. So he just arranged for a concert, and of course she will be present for that, and she won't be able to watch her compartment.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Cette fois-ci, ça suffit. Il faut faire quelque chose avec ce chien.
Je suis désolé, madame. Madame a été dérangée?
Les odeurs, les aboiements, c'en est trop. Un chien de petite taille, peut-être. Un caniche serait supportable. Mais un monstre pareil, et avec un petit garçon dans le compartiment voisin.
Je suis terriblement désolé, madame. J'insisterai auprès de madame Wolf pour qu'elle surveille son chien.
Mais non, voyons, vous savez bien que c'est impossible. Ce chien devait être en cage, dans la soute à bagages, tout simplement. Je dois dire que je suis très surprise qu'une compagnie aussi respectable satisfasse avec tant d'indulgence les caprices de créatures excentriques, d'artistes, au point d'ignorer ses clients les plus respectables. Je pensais avoir acheté un billet pour un train de grand luxe, pas un ticket pour le cirque.
Je comprends, madame. Votre opinion est entièrement justifiée. Je vais en parler au chef de train immédiatement.
Je souhaite que vous fassiez plus que lui parler. Je souhaite vivement que
excuse
cet
me.
animal soit
No, 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 no.
expulsé des
Don't get
voitures
up.
vides.
I'll just sit right here and read my
Oui,
paper.
madame.
Anyway, we just witnessed this little
Madame
conversation here. So basically the
Bonjour,
dog
monsieur.
has to go, and he will be brought into the baggage car at the front of the train.
Excusez-moi, Monsieur Whitney. Prince Kronos wishes to invite you to a concert in his private car. Madame Wolf will play the violin.
And he wants me to be there.
Oh yes, Monsieur. 3 o'clock. His Excellency was most eager that you should attend.
So apparently Mr. Kronos wants us to attend the concert as well. So this will be an interesting opportunity for him to search our quarters as well, apparently. You know, I think he probably just wants to be safe, just in case I wasn't bluffing and actually have the Firebird, so he probably wants to search my quarters as well. Anyway, lots of stuff going down at the moment. Let's have a look at the time. In about 1 hour there will be a concert. Miss Wolf will be there, I will be there, and in that time Kahina will go and search the compartments for the Firebird. And basically we will have to beat her to it, because if Mr. Kronos gets a Firebird, he will leave with a Firebird. I don't get the gold and I don't get the weapon, and if I don't get the weapons I will die. So we need to find the Firebird before Kahina does. And it takes a while until we get there, so I will again explore a bit the train to see if I find anything else going on.
Right away,
Otherwise we will just, you know, skip to the concert.
There you are.
Good dog, good doggy.
So we now just saw how the dog is being brought to the baggage compartment. Yeah, poor dog, but what can be done? So I've been looking around the train a little bit and I can't really find anything else interesting going on. So I think I'm just going to wait in front of Miss Wolf's apartment, because we know at some point she's going to leave the apartment to go to the concert. It's currently, well, it's not quite 3 o'clock yet, but she will leave a bit early, and I would really like to have a look at her compartment when she is gone. So I'm going to wait here and I'll bring you back once she has left. The ladies in the compartment next to her have already left, but we want Miss Wolf to leave her compartment. And there we go. She is leaving her
Jacques,
compartment.
sperr uns doch bitte die Tür zu, während ich weg bin.
However, she's clever enough to have her door locked. On the other hand, the girls next door, they have not locked their compartment. So we can enter this place. And yeah, we can look around a little bit here. There isn't really anything too interesting. We have, for example, this is a diary of one of the ladies. If you want, you can read her diary and find out that the two ladies are actually secret lovers, but we actually want to be in the compartment next door, in Miss Wolf's compartment. We can't go through the bathroom because the door is locked on the other side. However, we can climb out of the window. So let's do this. And now we can enter her compartment and have a look around. So, Miss Wolf, what have you been hiding? Let's have a look. So, we have a hat. That's not really very suspicious. We have this little box and a bunch of jewelry. Again, nothing too suspicious. Some perfume. And, I mean, apparently the little melody is supposed to tell us that it probably smells like the scarf that we found. And we have this very interesting suitcase. Let's look around a little bit. So far, nothing too interesting. Well, there's something here. So, this is basically a letter that confirms that Miss Wolf is not what she seems to be. She's apparently working for the Austrian government as some sort of spy. So she is definitely more than she seems to be. Let's have another look at this little piece. There must be something more than just, you know, the jewelry, right? Let's have a look around. So, aha! I think we found something here. It's a key. And as we are about to find out, this key is actually the master key for the train. So, with this key, we can enter any compartment that we like, as long as the conductor is not watching. So, a very, very important item. I don't think that there's anything else in here that we need to find. This is basically the most important piece. We don't find the Firebird in here because, as I've been saying, she gave it away. So let's exit again and instead
Pardon me?
Go to the place
Pardon me?
that actually has a Firebird. Let's see if we can speak to Alexei over here. Probably not. Nope.
Excuse me.
Pardon me.
He doesn't want to talk.
Would you like my compartment, please?
We see Tatiana leaving the place now, so this is a good opportunity to have a look inside her compartment. Now this is a shared bathroom between Tatiana and her grandfather. And remember the closet down here? And yeah, look at that. I think we found what we've been looking for. This interesting piece of, well, jewelry, whatever it is. Anyway, we're going to take it with us, and as you can see, this is one of the items that's actually too big to be put in your inventory. So, I need to carry it around in my hand. Anyway, let's wait a moment, and then we are going to leave her bathroom.
Ах, так это вы мне приснились. Не берите. Может быть, она у вас запоет.
So yeah, apparently the old man knows something about this piece.
Just a minute. How did you get in there?
Shh. Monsieur Oblinsky is asleep. He mustn't be disturbed.
Yes, monsieur.
Now, obviously, let's go back to our own compartment, so we have some peace and quiet.
C'est long. Ici, c'est ici. I don't know why I feel something one day and not another.
Yeah, let's go in here. We can put the egg in its box if you wanted to, but this is not a very safe place, so we need to find a safer place for this so it doesn't get stolen. Technically, we could now give the Firebird to Mr. Kronos. Mr. Kronos would give us the money. We can buy the weapons. Milos and his friends get the weapons, and we can just leave the train and be happy. However, we haven't found out what happened to Tyler Whitney, so this is actually considered to be a game over, because we're not playing the game until its final conclusion. So we need to keep the Firebird. And we have to find another way to get the gold from Mr. Kronos. But before we do this, let me have a look at the clock. Yeah, the concert has started already, but we have a little bit of time because the concert actually lasts for about 2 hours, so we can be a little bit late. Now let's have a look at this piece of jewelry. It is, you know, an egg with the continents on it, and I think now you realize why I have written down the places in the story that Tatiana translated for us. So let's try to find the places on this world map, starting with Australia, down here. The next was England, which is a little bit weirdly placed, but apparently this is supposed to be England. Or maybe they meant Denmark in the first place, I don't know. The next place is the Himalayan mountains, which is roughly around here. And then we have the Easter Islands over here. And finally, Jerusalem over here. And yes, something is happening. Let's put our finger inside. And yeah, there it is, the Firebird. We found our artifact. And now let's take the whistle and see what happens if we use the whistle along with the Firebird. So yeah, pretty interesting piece of equipment apparently, but doesn't really say us anything else about what happened to Tyler. So let's just fold it together again. So yeah, very interesting piece. We are definitely going to keep this, but let's put it into the box for now because I think I would like to go and visit the concert now. We are already a little bit late, so I'm going to leave my apartment, and I mean we have a key now. Let's bring out the key and lock our door to make sure that nobody steals our egg. And yeah, I'm going to go to the concert now, and we still need to find another way to get the gold from Mr. Kronos because we want to keep that egg. But I'm going to do that in the next episode. I think we are about, yeah, maybe halfway through the game. You can see we have completed about half of the journey. So I think there will be 2 more episodes of this game. And in the next episode we have to get that gold, because if we don't get the gold until Vienna, we don't get the weapons from Mr. Schmidt, and Milos and his friends will kill us. So yeah, thank you for watching this episode, and see you again in the next one.